Hey everyone, it's TK here, TK Dory Scar here with another anime episode review of Megalo Box 2 Nomad. So this episode starts off with the character named Lou. This is the character that Joe fought in the flashback episode about 3 episodes ago, I guess. This is the guy that Joe lost to when he was trying to earn some money for Pop's illness or surgery. Uh, Pretty much this guy Lou has a fight coming up against a guy named Mac. Now Mac, he's not a fighter that was undefeated, but he was known for his violence, his aggression in matches. And he ended up having a little tragic situation, which they show on this episode. I'm not going to try to get into it because I'm going to talk way too long if I try to. But if you watch the episode, you will see the whole backstory of this guy Mac and what he went through and how he came back. And we also see the lady that was Yuri's manager on Megalobox the first season. We will see her. She's now new. She seems to be different, have a new attitude about her and things. She doesn't seem like she seems like she's turned over a new leaf. That's what I would say. I don't want to talk too much about it, but she seems like she turned a new leaf. She's working in the medical field. She's not involved in Megalobox or anything of that nature. We do see her brother, though. I want to say that we did see her brother in this episode. He fought in the Megalobox season 1. So, I'm trying to see what's going to happen. Maybe he started boxing again, or he never stopped. Maybe he's trying to fight. We will see. But this episode pretty much was Lou trying to get Joe to be his sparring partner. Because when he fought Joe back then, Joe was in the best condition. When they fought in that time period, Joe was done with Megalobox and he just was trying to fight to get a little bit of money for Pops. And Lou, he doesn't like that people compare him to Yuri. Even though he has surpassed Yuri's fighting record, people keep saying, oh, he's this good because he's Yuri's student. He doesn't like that. And he wants to fight Joe again because he know that when he fought him at that time, he wasn't in the best condition or best shape. So the orphanage kid pretty much gave him a little lead on where he could find Joe. The whole reason for the kid even doing this was to pretty much benefit himself and I guess maybe Joe in the process. But he does newspaper articles and things of that nature, so that's what he ended up getting out of having this happen. But yeah, he approaches Joe, they talk, get a little small talk in, and eventually Joe agrees to do some sparring with him to be a sparring partner. Joe comes in, he says what's up to Yuri. Yuri is now paralyzed. I guess the last fight Joe and Yuri had together on season 1, I think the gear that Yuri used took huge tolls on his body. Then at the end of that season, they end up fighting without the gear on, but still, Yuri, he's no more in fighting shape, or he's not. He doesn't fight. He just trains. He just mentors. Things of that nature. So him and Joe and Yuri gets into the ring. They got on sparring gear and they box in. And this guy Yuri, he got some speed. He got some aggression. I see him. Then some part during that little sparring, he hit Joe with a nice body blow that drops him. Two of the orphanage kids, the one that gave Lou the lead on where Joe was at, and the one that owns the restaurant, they snuck in the gym. They're just spying, watching, and he's trying his best. The one that the newspaper article kid, he's trying his best to stop the other guy from making sounds because they don't want to be heard. They don't want to be found out. So that's happening. That's happening while they're fighting. He's trying to make sure to keep the kid quiet or the guy quiet because Joe just went down. He's worried about him, concerned. Next thing you know, Joe gets back up. They go at it again. Next thing you know, wow! Joe catches him with a nice chin punch, uppercut. I'm not sure what it was. He catches him with a nice punch on the chin. That's all I gotta say. The next thing you know, Yuri, everyone is in shock pretty much. They in shock that Joe hit him like that because he dropped him down to the knee when he hit him with that chin punch. The thing starts again. Things getting a little interesting. Joe takes off his gear, the training gear that they was using. And they have a little good moment, a little nice spar session. And then the kid that owns the restaurant, he ruined it because he made a sound that stopped both of them from, they just stopped and like, what is that? And that's where the sparring session ended. But it was a good moment. I like that little moment that happened there. It was cool. It was nice. We see that Joe still has fighting spirit. He hasn't given up on the boxing, you know. He still got that spirit, that fighting spirit. So we might see Joe fight later on some more in this season before it ends. But yeah, Lou, he appreciated and thanked Joe for the spar, and he wished to fight him in a real fight someday. But yeah, Lou and Mac fight is up next in the Megalo box 2. We see Joe and two of the orphanage kids, the one that gave Lou the lead. And by the way, he made a newspaper article about it. By the way, Mac read it. Someone else read it too, I believe. But Mac read it, and he seems very excited about it. When he comes out, making his way to the entrance, he looks over at Joe, gives him a hard stare, and gives a little smile. So Mac versus Joe in the future, most likely. But yeah, things are going to be getting interesting. Right now, Joe, he's not interested in fighting right now because he's still trying to fix things up with the orphanage kids. But so far, this season's been pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I'm digging it. But yeah, next episode, we got the fight between Mac, the undefeated, well, the reborn undefeated Mac, and the undefeated Lou. Who will win? Find out on the next episode of Megalo Box. I tried to do that Dragon Ball Z voice from back in the day. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm TK, Tigger Dory Scar. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.